Hey everyone, welcome to Grace Yoga for You. I'm Grace, and today's practice is all about winding down and getting ready for bed. If you're anything like me, you're always looking for new tips for not only how to fall asleep faster, but how to get better sleep. And yoga is a fantastic way to help with our sleep. Yoga can help with mindfulness, calming our breathing, relaxing our mind, our body, and our central nervous system, which can all help with our sleep. So get into something comfortable and let's get started. So for today's practice, we're going to need a couple of chairs, a couple of pillows or a yoga bolster, and maybe a couple of yoga blocks if you've got them. For this practice, we're going to have fewer yoga poses, and we're going to stay in each pose for a little bit longer. And as always, please remain mindful of how your body's feeling today throughout the practice. And if there's ever a movement or a pose that doesn't feel good to you today, simply come out of it, find your breath, and rejoin us whenever you're ready. I've set my chair up so that it's facing me, but that I have room for my legs in between the two chairs. We're going to begin in mountain pose, feet flat on the floor, palms facing down on your knees. And let's soften or close our eyes, check in with our posture, become aware of our breath, and begin breathing deeply in and out through your nose. We're going to ground through our feet, feeling the floor through all the corners of our feet, and then lengthening through the spine and all the way up through the crown of the head. Feel your stomach rise and fall with each breath. Let's do a quick body scan from your toes all the way up to your head, just checking in with each part of our body, noticing where there are any areas of tension or stress. Whenever you're ready, let's gently open our eyes. We're going to start bringing some gentle movement into our body, bringing our shoulders up towards our ears, and then just taking some gentle shoulder rolls, moving them up and back. Moving in your full range of motion today. And then let's switch directions, moving your shoulders back, up, and forward. And then relax your shoulders. And we're just going to take some gentle movements with our neck and our head. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling, looking down. Getting some gentle stretching in the front and back of our neck. On your next exhale, let's come back to neutral. Now we're going to do the same thing, but looking right to left. So begin looking over your right shoulder. Exhaling, looking over your left shoulder. Then just slowly moving between the two. And then come back to neutral. Now we're going to take right ear to right shoulder. And then we're going to slowly roll our head forward and down. All the way over to left ear to left shoulder. We're just going to move between those two, following your own breath. Moving slow. And remembering to connect our breath with our movements. And take a moment to check in with your core. Make sure we're supporting our upper back and our neck and our shoulders. And when you're ready, let's come back to a neutral spine. Now we're just going to lift our arms straight in front of us, parallel to the ground. We're going to inhale, stretching our fingers out. And then exhale, wrapping our fingers around our thumb into a fist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, fist. And then let's just move between these two, following your own breath. Getting a little movement and stretch in our fingers, our palms, and our wrists. And on your next exhale, let's release, shake it out. Now let's take a few seated cat-cow. Inhale, bringing our shoulders back, chest forward into seated cow. And then exhaling, tucking the tummy, rounding the shoulders into seated cat. Inhale, looking up, chest forward, seated cow. And then let's just move back and forth between these two. Moving slowly, feeling each vertebrae. then on your next exhale, come back to neutral. Take your right hand and grab that left side of your chair. On our next inhale, we're going to reach our left arm up and over, reaching to the right. Getting a nice stretch in that left side body, creating some space to breathe into the stretch. And stabilizing yourself through your feet and through that right hand. And exhale, release. Now take your left hand, placing it on the right side of your chair. Let's take that on the other side. Inhale, bringing that right arm up and over and stretching to the left. Again, stabilizing through your feet, through your left hand this time, and lengthening up through the spine, reaching through those fingertips to the left. And then exhale, release, come back to neutral. Now let's come into seated pigeon pose. We might need to move our chair forward a little bit for this. Give yourself some extra room. Right foot comes up and over our left thigh. And take a moment here and find a comfortable position where you get a good stretch in that right hip. Maybe bringing that left foot out. Maybe coming back in your chair a little bit. You can cross your leg all the way over or anywhere in between. Maybe folding forward over your legs or even all the way to the ground. Find where you get a good stretch. And then maybe soften or close your eyes. Come back to your breath. And let's breathe into this pose. Feel free to readjust or move if anything ever feels uncomfortable while we're in this pose. Noticing how your breath feels and how your body feels. And on your next exhale, let's release that right foot to the ground. Let's take it on the other side. Bringing that left foot this time up and over our right thigh. And again, taking a moment here, find where you get a comfortable stretch in that left hip this time. Noticing if this side might feel a little bit different than it did on the right. Take a moment now, readjust. Maybe holding onto your knee or pressing down, just gently. And once you find a comfortable stretch, let's soften or close our eyes and find our breath again. Stabilizing through your core and then down through that right foot. And then down through that right foot as we lift up through the spine. And on an exhale, let's release that left foot to the ground, reopen our eyes. Now let's inhale, bringing our arms up, reaching high, maybe interlacing those fingers, maybe flipping palms to the sky. Deep breath. And then exhale. And let's come into our final pose for this class. This is where we're going to use this second chair. Feel free to bring it closer to you. And here's where you can kind of play around with either a couple pillows or a yoga bolster. I'm going to place one pillow on the chair and then take my other one and place it vertically on my lap and on that pillow. And if you have a yoga block, you can also stack this underneath, give it a little extra height. And then we're just going to fold forward over this into a seated child's pose. You might need to take your glasses off for this one. Place them to the side. And then we're going to place our hands, palms facing down on the sides here, forearms resting on the pillow or on the chair as we fold forward into this pose, finding our breath and simply using this final pose as a sort of restorative meditation. Now we're just going to come up and switch sides. Again, closing our eyes and finding our breath. When you're ready, you can come back to sitting. Place your pillows back on the ground. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Thank you for sharing it with me today. I hope you're feeling relaxed and ready for bed. Let me know down in the comments how this practice went for you and if you have any requests for future videos. I hope you get a beautiful night's sleep, and I hope to see you again soon.